I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa, and I'm from Lutoka, and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Hulamila, I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks in Raki Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FPC News. Tonight, government denies any endorsement of InstaCharge app. Legal fraternity encouraged to mentor young lawyers. And South Africa proves too strong for Fiji in Dubai Sevens final. Well, the government has by no means endorsed the InstaCharge application. This was confirmed by the Minister for Telecommunication, Ayaz Said Qayyum, during a press conference this afternoon. Savaira Tambua has more.
Communication Minister Ayaz Sayed Qayyum says the occasion in which the Prime Minister Barangay Bainimarama was the chief guest on InstaCharge application last Friday was used just to highlight Fiji's access to the latest technology or IT system.
At any stage endorse the product. He did not say the product works. He did not say I'm pleased to launch this application. He essentially used the opportunity to highlight the fact that Fiji has made great strides in telecommunications, in particular in the ICT sector.
Sayed Qayyum has confirmed that no sale or downloading of the application has been approved by the government. He also highlighted that consumer protection is a priority.
Nobody has actually downloaded the app yet, and that we have enough laws in Fiji to actually protect consumers, and of course the consumers have a redress mechanism through the Consumer Council of Fiji, through the Commerce Commission, to be able to take up those issues.
At the launch last week, it was highlighted that the app can be downloaded to mobile phones, allowing auto-charge features, but the government says they haven't allowed any downloads as yet. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
The legal fraternity has been encouraged to nurture and mentor young professionals entering the field. Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum made the call during a function last night. Savaira Tambua once again.
It was a social gathering in Suva between lawyers, judges and magistrates, but there was a serious message to be driven home.
Definitely from our perspective, what we do see is that there appears to be a lack of mentoring generally in the private practice. And it is very critical, at least in the SG's chambers, we spend a lot of time and money in the mentoring system. We actually have a proper system now where you have a senior mentor, deputy mentor.
Attorney General Ayaz Sayed Qayyum pointed out that breach of ethics have cropped up from time to time among young lawyers, while the experienced ones have other issues which need improvement.
Some of the senior practitioners have a particular, to be diplomatic, condescending attitude to some of the younger practitioners, in particular when they appear before the masters. And we've heard a lot of stories about that. And in particular if those practitioners are women. We do get a lot of that.
Sayed Qayyum has also encouraged legal practitioners to stay up to date with news laws and has offered assistance via the Solicitor General's office.
I think there is an opportunity for members in the private practice to actually know what is happening in that space. And that space actually is provided through the Solicitor General's office. And we can, of course, be quite open to have those discussions in respect of those new areas of the law. And I think it's very important because it will ultimately actually help the bench too. When we do have these matters coming along now.
The Consolidated Laws of Fiji will be launched on the 9th of this month. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
2 boys who went swimming in Singatoka without supervision have drowned. 12-year-old Rahul Kumar and 9-year-old Vinal Sharma went to the Bilalevu River after lunch yesterday and never returned home. Their bodies were recovered this morning. Meanwhile, 2 people have died in separate accidents in the last 48 hours. A 24-year-old woman died in Varokomba after 3 vehicles were involved in an accident at around 7 o'clock yesterday evening. In another incident at around midnight on Friday, a 39-year-old man was hit by an unknown vehicle believed to be traveling from Nadi to Singatoka. Fiji, being the hub of the Pacific, needs to take advantage of the location by ensuring that ports, facilities and services are of world-class international standards. Permanent Secretary for Industry and Trade Shaheen Ali was chief guest at the Fiji Ports Corporation Limited Gala dinner last night. Ali says modernizing our ports is a priority.
It's all about teamwork. Employees at the Fiji Ports Corporation Limited have been encouraged to support efforts to improve port services. Board Chair Shaheen Ali says congestion problems are a thing of the past, and this has resulted in exceptional levels of profit.
In FPCL, new management has worked tirelessly to upgrade and increase productivity and efficiency in managing our port resources and infrastructure. Today we are proud to say that productivity in FPCL has increased by 30%, and there has been a marked improvement in turnaround time and has efficiently reduced the cost of doing business.
Fiji Port Corporation has also recently won its first ever Business Excellence Award, and Chief Executive Vajira Piasena says this level of productivity must be maintained.
How can we basically maintain and remain in this status? So that is the most important thing.
Sri Lankan company Aitken Spence has bought 51% of Fiji Ports Corporation and managed to reduce berth turnaround time from 36 hours to 22 hours. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Close to 100 women from all over the Kandrove province displayed their artwork at the 4th The Kandrove Women's Craft Show in Savu. Eleanor Turangaiviu reports the Kandrove has yielded some successful women artisans over the past few years.
An array of traditional art and craft made by these women of the Kandrove, each item made from local materials, showing just how creative and innovative these rural women are.
Most of these products, I understand from when they started, it was in forms and quality that was not really attractive to the commercial market, both local and tourist market. So what these craft shows have been doing over the years was enhancing these products.
Last year, 37 women from the Kandrove province got their Fiji-made license. One of them also got selected to go to Guam for training on handicraft. This year, 30 of these women will be chosen to display their handicraft at the 2017 National Women's Expo.
Some of these products now have the Fijian crafted license, which is very empowering for these women. A few of them have markets, steady markets in the tourist market and also in the commercial market. So that's the main aim behind it, to empower rural women, to enhance the work that they do every day where they live. This is taking it to another level and giving them a source of income for them and their families.
Several handicraft items have been identified by the Ministry and the Fiji Arts Council as unique. These items will be on display at the Women's Expo and will hopefully also get a Fiji-made tag. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
And retirement doesn't mean the end of productivity. That's our successful Fijian story tonight. Stay with us.
My name is Siobhan. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM is #1 in music. Mirchi FM is hot.
I am Suresh Chand, Waituri Nasuri से बोलता हूँ. जैसे आँख खुलती है, मिर्ची FM मुझे मस्त कर देती है.
I am Viren from Zambula. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Rizwan Khan.
Hi, and my name is Mohammed Sufyan. Batu Bahe and Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Vishal Maharaj. I'm working for Washington Council as a market master. I love listening to Mirchi FM.
Welcome back to FBC News. The installation of a new thermal pool at the Sambeto Mud Pool and Hot Springs in Nadi will not only benefit the community, but offers a leg up for the family-owned business. The project was funded by Market Development Facility and the AusAid program in Fiji. Alan Stoltz tells us more.
Tifajak Mud Pools and Hot Springs in Sambeto is renowned for its healing properties,
And Managing Director Miliana Radule says the new pool will also boost tourism numbers.
Managing and trying to sustain a community-based business has its own challenges, and I must commend the board for their good and genuine intentions. And I quote, that our business is not all about making money or profits, but looking after the welfare of the community to enhance their living standards.
Formerly known as the Sombeto Mud Bath, the business has been in operation since 1992 and adopted the name Tiffa Jack in memory of the family's late mother and their siblings. Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, Margaret Toomey, says MDF is an Australian-funded program that partners with businesses to help in market development and assist Fijians in need.
So when Tiffa Jack manages to provide a diversified Fijian holiday experience for tourists, that improved tourism experience translates to more income, more choices and more opportunities for people, and particularly the women of Sombeto.
The company employs 16 people on a full-time basis and 33 part-time workers, helping locals in the community to earn a living whilst at the same time preserving their natural resources. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Project Bulamai held its premier fashion event, Style Fiji, in Nandi last night in support of Cure Kids Fiji. The project aims to rake in money for charity and raise awareness on health and wellness in Fiji. Alan Stoltz once again with more.
Local designers, both established and emerging, featured their creations on the catwalk at the red carpet event. Style Fiji raised $96,000 in 2015, and Bulamai chair Adrian Sofield hopes this year that target will be surpassed.
We support local designers. It's very much a local industry that we really look forward to supporting. We are a charitable organisation. Our committee work, the enjoyment we get is giving back to the community.
The NGO has helped numerous agents like the Nandi Hospital, providing more than $500,000 worth of assistance, and also St. John's Ambulance. But this year, they were approached by Cure Kids Fiji and did not hesitate to lend a helping hand.
And there is so much to be able to have to put into the community. There are so many people who just don't have the facility or the ability to pay for medical health and whatever. So we'd like to improve the opportunity for those people to be able to get that.
Glitz and glamour went hand in hand with supporting a worthy cause last night.
But we saw all the goodwill in the room, and we saw that what the night was for, raising money for charity, and how the community comes together for a great cause.
The aim of this year's event was to raise more than $100,000 for Cure Kids Fiji, a target that, judging by the great turnout, will be easily achieved. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Life after retirement can be the best or the worst years of your life, but it depends heavily on your attitude and actions. That can make a difference. For 66-year-old Uttra Gurdayal, there has never been a dull moment since she retired 11 years ago. And tonight's Successful Fijian segment, we look at Gurdayal's life after retirement and how she is now fulfilling her dreams of being an author.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Spending the best years of her life as a school teacher, Uttra Gurdayal had very little time to work on her other interests. Writing can be tough. Some let the heart lead through, while others are guided by the head. Gurdayal's passion to write was ignited through a radio competition on short stories.
Radio Fiji 2, Desh Ki Dhadkan, they ran a competition for Valentine's Day. So I just thought of writing, taking part in that competition. And I wrote a story, Ek Chithi Pyar Bhari, and I got the first prize. And then after that, I got more chance to enter into the competitions ran by FBC, Radio Fiji 2.
The retired school teacher says through her short stories, she is trying to highlight the current social issues.
Like parent and children relationship, when the parents get old, how they put up with their children, or the children put up with their parents, I wrote on them, and I also wrote on festivals like Raksha Bandhan, Diwali, Christmas, Eid, and all that.
This is when the idea of writing her own book developed for the mother of 4.
It was a bit difficult for me to choose a topic on which I should write a book, like thinking that who will be my audience to read and all that. But finally I thought that I should write something about my ancestors.
Utra's first non-fiction book on Gurmit titled Mehak was launched last month. It took her almost 2 years to complete the book.
I could not find in any other book like this Gurmitians. They had to dig a tunnel about 600 meters long. They had to cut a mountain and then put the tram line. So that is still there, and I had seen it, so I wanted to put that in my book.
Utra, who hails from Batanikama in Lambasa, was the youngest of the 9 siblings. She started her primary education at a school in her village and graduated from the Lautoka Teachers College as a primary school teacher. She has been married for 42 years and recalls the days when she had to travel with her husband, now a retired school principal, due to postings to different schools.
Very difficult because I had my children were very small, and then we had to travel school to school. Like it was our profession, we had no choice but to go. So actually my children also used to get disturbed changing the school, but we managed well.
Gurdayal is one of those lucky wives who has always had the support of a better half. She has other hobbies which she indulges in to take a break from her love of writing.
I do a lot of gardening, especially flower gardens, and then I take a lot of time in decoration, like of my home, my house, my compound, and like meeting people.
Her advice to other retirees is that retirement only means that it is time for a new adventure.
Soon after retirement, I think we should look into those parts of life that we have missed during the working time, like my teaching time. So, like retirement, we do get a lot of time.
Utra Gurdayal's second book, Falsafa Pyar Ka, which is a fiction, will be launched on Tuesday. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
19-year-old Becky Wainu has won the first ever Nestle Make Your Move dance competition. Wainu beat 5 other contestants for the top prize after 3 weeks of competition. The final dance-off was held at Albert Park in Suva last night, with the Sabu girl walking away $3,000 richer. Acting Prime Minister Ayaan Said Qayyum was on hand to award the winner. And coming up in sports, Fiji loses Dubai Sevens title to South Africa. And under-18 basketball teams ready for Oceania Championship.
Mrs. Manin Rabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatukola. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Golavanaka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Point Resort, and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Lautoka. I like Gold FM, but only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome to FBC Sports. South Africa has won the 2016 Dubai Sevens tournament, beating the Vodafone Fiji Sevens team 26-14 in the final early this morning. The Blitzboks never let Fiji into the game, making them play catch-up rugby. Melitavanga reports.
2 tries from South Africa put them into an early lead. However, Fijian captain Osea Kulinisau fight back to make it 14-7 at half-time. From the restart, Jerry Tuai touched down under the post, with a conversion leveling the score at 14-all. But shortly afterwards, Chris Dreyer scored to add South Africa into the lead.
not good though. And now it is Dry. Dry, the big man, he's got the pace to run away from Kolinasau.
That try gave his team momentum, and it was a final try from Siabelo Senatla that sealed the match.
We keep on climbing those hurdles, and towards the final we were getting into our stride. But all hats off to Fiji, they're a very quality side. And yeah, I think today the ball just bounced our favour, but still nothing to take away from them, they're a very good side.
England beat Wales, faced off for bronze, while Australia finished the day in 5th position. The World 7 Series moves to Cape Town, South Africa next weekend. Melly Tabanga, FBC Sports.
Vodafone Fiji Sevens interim coach Nathanieli Dhawanimbuka says the team will focus on improving on the basics ahead of the Cape Town Sevens in South Africa next weekend. Speaking to FBC Sports from Dubai, Dhawanimbuka says the team made mistakes at crucial moments in the final of the Dubai Sevens this morning. Melita Vanga tells us more.
Fiji interim coach Nathanieli Dhawanimbuka says there are areas in the game that needs to be addressed.
There were moments there in the final where we felt as a team we had opportunities to score, but we suffocated ourselves in attack really. Where we wanted to actually, the better option was to let our attack breathe and just push that ball out to open areas and shift the South Africans around the park a bit more. But
Emosi Muleboro and Joshua Widi, who missed out in Dubai, are in contention for starting positions in Cape Town.
Again, a 14-man effort in how we prepare and raising our standards and just challenging each other on areas that we need to improve on.
Dhawanimbuka says he will ensure all their processes are right before playing pool games begin.
How we recover, how we just restore those energy levels. Today is going to be a very important day for us. We will have a look at our medical, and the boys go through with William, and we do our recoveries together and making sure those delayed onset of soreness and whatever injury they have that we'll have to fix.
He adds this week's result will have no bearing on the team's mentality as it heads into a new week altogether. Melly Tabanga, FBC Sports.
And the Vodafone Fiji Sevens thumped England 31-12 in the medal semi-finals. The two sides were locked 12-all at halftime. And here are the tries.
It's been magical so far in this tournament. Vidi. Tuai again, and here is the new find for Fiji, Seta Betuniata. So England now having to defend. Kolinasau gets a miracle ball away. Samasoni Vidi scores. Gives Fiji another chance, wafting through the gap and scoring the go-ahead. Might just be enough to put it out of reach. Talinga. Fiji are in again. Natungu strikes twice. Fiji finishing with a flourish. This is one of the great sights in rugby. Fiji on the rampage. Takuwanga puts an exclamation mark on it. Another brilliant performance from this brilliant Fiji Sevens team.
Fiji Rugby Sevens forward Satareki Bituniata has been selected in the HSBC Sevens World Series Dream Team after the Dubai Sevens final this morning. Bituniata, who plays for Uluinakau, made his debut for Fiji in Dubai. He was described by interim Fiji Sevens coach Nathani Dhawanimbuka as one of the fittest players in the team. Fiji's captain Osea Kolinasau and Jerry Tuwai were also selected in the Dream Team. Now, meanwhile, after the first tournament of the 2016-2017 HSBC World 7 Series in Dubai, South Africa now leads the points table with 22 points. Fiji is second with 19 points, followed by England with 17 points, and Wales has 15 points, and Australia has 13 points. World Rugby has announced the pools for the second round of the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series in Cape Town, South Africa next weekend. Fiji head up Pool B with France, Kenya and Japan, while Dubai winners South Africa are drawn in Pool A with Australia, USA and Russia. England heads up a tough Pool C, which also features New Zealand, Argentina and Canada. Pool D has Wales, Scotland, Samoa and invitational team Uganda. You can watch the Cape Town Sevens live on FBC TV and also catch the live commentaries of Fiji's game only on our sister radio station, Radio Fiji 1. Well, the Fijiana team were the darlings of the HSBC World Rugby Women's 7 Series in Dubai. Despite the disappointing loss to England in the quarter-final on Friday, the Iliesa Tanivula coach side has been praised for its improved performance in the Bay. The Fijiana are now ranked 5th in the series, a jump from 8th position after the Olympic Games in Brazil. The TFL Fijiana was described as the most improved and entertaining side of the tournament. The Wallabies have been sunk 37-21 by England at Twickenham, ending the 2016 season in disappointment. The home side went in 4 tries to Australia's 2 to secure a 4th successive victory over Michael Cheika's side. And the Fiji under-18 men's and women's basketball teams are ready to give their best in the Oceania Basketball Championships at the Vodafone Arena in Suva tomorrow. The week-long tournament features Fiji, Australia, Guam, New Caledonia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Samoa and Tahiti competing in both the men's and women's categories. The winners will qualify for the Under-19 World Championship next year. Fiji Basketball Chief Operating Officer Lesiasa Pumau says expectations are as Fiji plays on home soil.
Obviously, we have Australia and New Zealand who are always been dominating in the Oceania region, and that's something we have in our mid to long-term plan to change. The Fiji national under-18 teams have been preparing really well. They have some inclusions of some players who play overseas, and I'm sure they'll give their all when it come to the competition day.
Showers and thunderstorms were experienced especially over the northern and eastern parts of the country today. Cloudy periods prevailed elsewhere. A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers lies slow moving just northeast of Fiji. And it was a hot day today around Fiji, with all centers recording temperatures in the low 30s. For tomorrow, you can expect cloudy conditions and showers over most places. And as for Tuesday, brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands are expected. Elsewhere, it should be fine apart from afternoon or evening showers with isolated thunderstorms and heavy falls. Southeast winds 15 to 20 knots are expected, and you can expect moderate to rough seas. Recapping the main stories. 4 tragic deaths in a span of 48 hours. Lawyers encouraged to mentor young graduates. And Fiji loses out in the Bay Sevens finals. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to our poll question. And this week we are asking, should strict laws be introduced for social media use? To answer, visit our FBC website. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email as well, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. And if you're on Facebook, you can visit FBC News, or if you're on Twitter, you can follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. That was FBC News for tonight from the team and I. Good night.
Nimpul binak, datang goleh apa ni? Luknitang, ando talitak na warong, ena radio Fiji One, ando may biti na bongan ni Pienian.
Sada la bina, viada goelena ni wenbol, uga betormai na oroi sasa, dan ngotang-ngotang kita umata. Mantola biana radio Fiji One. Apa gawan mo diana news.
Ni sampula na elang ko api ni sarat mai koro ena kasi. Au do bagarong ena radio Fiji One bonga ni bena.
Na radio Fiji One nandu mo ibiti na bonga ni bena.